Welcome to the wide world of Hot Wheels Weekend Wrap-Up. I'm your host, Chopper. This week we're going to cover the Diecast for Life Spring Racing Series, which kicked off this week, as well as the DCRL Heads to the Mountains. We're going to start it off with the Diecast for Life Spring Racing Series. Brand new series, brand new scoring sheet for those fantasy players. And speaking of fantasy players, we're going to pick it up in the third heat where the points are doubled. This was the last race of the first heat. Notice that Purple's 16 Angels is in the lead with 15 points. Lakester in last place with 11, but they're all grouped close enough that this can happen. First of all, Lakester clean through the chute, gets to the finish line, will end up taking the heat. Blastous, holding up the other two, scores second, and it comes down to millimeters to figure out who's in third place. It ends up going to gold, which means Purple gets no points, and Blastous ends up in a tie. So they go to the race-off to see who advances. Blastous getting around on the chute, gets to the race-off. Purple eliminated, out of there. See you later. So we go to the 6-car race-off. Notice Blastous down at the bottom, not making much of things early on. On the verge of elimination, only the top 4 scoring cars move on to the final heat. But we get to the quarterfinal of this race-off, and look at Blastous there in third place. There goes 1, there goes 2, a little help from the black Porsche, and it goes off, ends up winning that with a long score. Then it starts in 4th position. Again, cars flying, Blastous avoiding the trouble through the chute. Now it's, let me just get past the lakes. It doesn't have enough, but who comes along? That black Porsche. A little help from my friends. And Blastous gets on to the finish line, scoring another long score. We get into the final heat, drawing the 4th position. Again, straight through the chute, knocking cars out of the way, a double smash and grab, scoring points. But he's not done. We go to the quarterfinals, starting in 4th position. And look at this. Can he catch him? Can he catch him? Can he catch him? Yes, he does. Blastous going on a scoring rampage. The final heat ended up being a victory lap, had it sealed up with 1 race to go. Fantasy players who chose Blastous got double points, and so your leaderboard is covered with folks that made that pick. So now we move on to the Diecast Race League. Last week, Easy Iron took yet another spot in the end of season finals and extended their lead. But now we head to the mountain. Going into Thursday's run, no team had broken the 16-second barrier. Then Easy Iron would get its chance with the Ski Patrol truck. Puts together this clean run coming down the mountain. Easy Iron already has more cars placed in the finals than the next 2 teams put together. And it looked like they were on their way to another one here with a 15-8, fastest of the preliminary round. So when we get to the semifinals, well, you know, there's Ford, there's Chevy, there's Hot Wheels, there's Matchbox. Well, this Matchbox Silverado puts together this run coming down the mountain. They got a 16-1 on their first run. This one, significantly better, a 15-7. Only 1 other car has gotten down the mountain faster so far this season. It doesn't leave a lot of space left for the other 2 qualifying cars. Flying Circus and Easy Iron tie with a 16-1, setting up a sudden death runoff. Anglia from Flying Circus would get the first shot. The lightest in the field at 30 grams. This was a blazing run. No, this is not in fast-forward motion. A 15-8 from the Anglia. Now, that is exactly the time that the Ski Patrol got on its first run, so it's possible. But look at this. Hits the big turn, gets loose. A 16-7. Very disappointing second run for Easy Iron. They are eliminated. Flying Circus and Grand Junk will go to the final. You'll have to go to Diecast Racing League to find out who wins. Flying Circus trying to take sole possession of third place. Grand Junk just trying to get any car in the finals. That's it for this weekend's wrap-up. Subscribe for shows like the Hot 64 and the WWHWWW. We'll see you soon.